everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft in the morning. Today we're going to be working down in the mine. Let's see if we can get down to the bottom. We need some more stone to finish the roof. Today I've got a cup of coffee. It's the restaurant blend coffee that I normally drink, but this time prepared as cold brew. Although I have it here warm because it's already cold outside and cold here in the house in the morning. So I microwave it for about 90 seconds and add a splash of milk. And it's very good, very clean, crisp, and sweet, without any bitterness. Now, if you're ready, let's get started, shall we? All right. Let's go down and get to work. We made all of our smooth stone into stone brick, which we used for the trim of the roof. And we're going to need some of these cobblestone stairs. So we need more cobblestone to finish off the middle sections. And we also need some for the stairs for the mine. I took the remaining cobblestone, which was not very much, and put it in the furnace for smooth stone that we can take with us while we're mining. So let's go down here to the bottom and see where we're at. I'd say we're probably less than halfway down at this point. So I think what I would like to do is get down here to the bottom and then we can finish decorating everything. And by the time we get down here, we'll have, hopefully, plenty of stone to finish off the roof. And maybe, if we're lucky, get enough iron to also do the windows, which will add a great bit of detail to the building that is currently lacking. A lot more depth and variation in texture. do this, I thought I would introduce a topic a little more mundane than I normally would. I thought it might be nice to talk about something frivolous, and I was thinking yesterday, my wife said something about breakfast, and I was wondering what your go-to or your favorite or your most memorable or so on and so forth breakfast was. I know we talk a lot about various relaxing drinks. I know I drink a lot of tea and coffee. There's some light here. I wonder, oh, an abandoned mine shaft, it looks like. Hello, boys. Well, oh. Okay. I suppose we'll, have to block this off, I think. Let's go ahead and get this coal, and we'll have to kind of build out and around. We'll have to put some blocks down beneath us and block off the sides and take out this wood here and create a false ceiling, basically encasing ourselves in a tunnel around this. Maybe we can create a door in order to have access to the abandoned mine shaft from the side of our mine shaft. We can come back at a later date and loot everything. Okay, let's go down like this, and oh, that zombie's in the way. Down like this. Just watch out for skeletons. And we're gonna want to leave torches to light up these areas. And just block this off for now. And I'll leave the wood here temporarily so that we know where we might install some doors. Now, as far as my pattern for the ceiling, we'll go down like that. Okay. So, let's go take that one back. And continue on like that. All right. And we might have to deal with this water. There, like that. And we'll block this off here. And this, and this, and that. There. Now we should be completely blocked off from that, making us safe. But we still have multiple access points to it. Oh. And there's more. Well. Anyway, back to what I was saying, I suppose. Normally, I actually record my video first thing in the morning. As soon as I get up, it's the very first thing that I do. So I will usually have breakfast after. And my typical breakfast these days is 4 eggs and a cup of rice, white rice, that has been cooked with chicken stock or bone broth, and some beef bouillon added for extra flavor, and for 1 cup of rice, a tablespoon of butter, some salt, and pepper. The eggs usually also cooked in butter. We have a bit of a roadblock here because I can't mine this with... Ooh, that was the wrong button. With our stone pickaxe. So we're going to have to go back up and make ourselves an iron pickaxe. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can put in some stairs as we go. So that's my go-to breakfast. I also have a few most memorable breakfasts, 2 of which are included in the same story, if you'd like to hear it. When I was young, between the ages of 3 and 10, I lived with my grandparents, my mother's parents, and we would drive about 4.5 hours north of where they lived, or where we lived, and we had a property it was also only oh, I don't have any sticks. Here we go. It was only a few minutes away from the Mackinac Bridge that connects the upper and lower peninsulas in Michigan. And there we go. Fancy new pickaxe. And we could go to either Lake Michigan or Lake Huron on either side of the bridge to go swimming and climb sand dunes. And the water always had these large waves. It was a lot of fun. Our property had electricity, no plumbing, no phone, no internet, no nothing. Just electricity, just to be able to run the basics. Like a skillet, although we also cooked on the campfire. We lived in well, not lived, but stayed in a trailer. It was often referred to as a fifth wheel. It was just a trailer you could tow with a pickup truck. Yeah, and that was it. We had a rowboat with a very small outboard motor attached to it sometimes when it would work, or when we had gas for it. And it would sort of barely push this very small two-man rowboat. We would go fishing first thing in the morning. When, we've hit bedrock. Dare I say we've mined too deep. Well, let's go ahead and get this redstone and go back up and find the right depth. We're looking for a depth of 11. I'm going to have to turn on F3 here so we know where we're at. Oh, actually, I don't have to do that. If you look at the numbers and the just under the mini map on the left side or the right side of the screen, you see that Y10. That is our height. If I go up one more block, it'll say Y11, and that is where we want to be. That's where we want, right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and build ourselves a floor here at 11. And I'm going to put a torch up there and mine out an area 3 blocks tall. We can put our stairs back down. As I was saying, we used to go up north, and it was about 4.5 hours drive in a truck. that noise. Very eerie. Well, we should be safe. Anyway, for a small child, that is a very long drive. Of course, I know now that that's really not that long, but back then it felt like forever. And my grandfather's favorite thing was about halfway through, because we would leave very early, about 6 o'clock in the morning, which, you know, for a child is fairly early, but not for him. And by the time we got about halfway, it'd be about 8 o'clock, and we would stop for breakfast at a Burger King. This was his thing. And we would get bacon, egg, and cheese croissantwiches, which are one of the few foods I find that over the years at these fast food establishments have basically never changed. It's the same today as it was over 20 years ago. You know what? I'm thinking, let's go up one additional block, so that way it's 4 wide and 4 tall, and we can put in some support beams along the ceiling, and it won't feel too low. Ooh. So, while that is not my breakfast of choice these days, I try to eat healthier than that. I have a sort of nostalgia for that breakfast. Bacon, egg, and cheese croissantwich with hash browns. Very salty, but very tasty. I'm just going to put the torches on the floor for now, I think. Oh yes, let's go ahead and work out where we're going to put our mine branches. Let's go ahead, I think, and go here. 1, 2, 3. We'll put another one right there. When we got to our destination, there was another breakfast. There was a local cafe, a one-off, family-run cafe in the local town, which was very, very small. I think it was that cafe and a gas station. It had a police station with 1 car, and I think there was a accounting office and a barber, and that's about it. The gas station was your main grocery store, and oh yes, and next to the gas station was a like a tractor supply store. So it was very small. And at this cafe, because I would eat whatever my grandfather ate, I kind of copied him when I was a child and mimicked what he did. He would always get 2 eggs, sunny side up, with corned beef hash. And at this cafe, the style of corned beef hash, because there are many that they would serve, was basically the Hormel kind that you can get in a can in the store. This would also come with buttered wheat toast, and those little single-serve tubs of jam or honey, or if you wanted extra butter. And he would very generously salt and pepper all of his food, and occasionally put ketchup on the hash, which was cooked very crispy, to the point where you almost couldn't tell that it was from a can and not made fresh, except for the smallness of and uniformity of the corned beef and the potatoes. But nonetheless, it was very, very tasty and very filling for a 10-year-old boy. So, those are my 2 most memorable. And of course, I haven't even gotten to my favorite. But, honestly, I'm not one for favorites. I enjoy so many different things that, I could never really choose between them. Well, we have ourselves at the bottom. We have our mine mostly planned out here. We have to continue the decoration up there and through here, and then down here. And then we're going to have to put in a couple access points, probably to this level here of the abandoned mine shaft we found, and maybe one over here to this level, in case these 2 levels don't actually connect, which sometimes happens. So let's go back up here and say our goodbyes. Well, everyone, I hope you found this relaxing. If you enjoyed our adventure, please give the video a like. And if you want to see more, make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell icon so you get notifications when new videos go live. As always, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.